What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wager Zone podcast, and we are back for another MMA breakdown. This is Octagon 74. We had PFL Africa out earlier in the day. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, go check it out. And if you guys are here for the first time, click that thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the page. Don't miss out on any of these MMA events, guys. This weekend we have a big slate. Like I said, we dropped PFL Africa 2. Now we're doing Octagon 74. Tomorrow I'm going to have UFC Fight Night, and I'm also going to have KSW out. 4 different MMA events that we're going to be giving you guys a breakdown on. So like I said, click that thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe so you don't miss out. Leave a comment. Let me guys know if you guys agree or disagree with my picks, and let me guys know if you guys have been cashing out with me on these MMA events these past few weeks. So alright guys, first fight of the night is going to be Michaela Hlavacikova taking on Niam Kinhan. And this one, guys, I am taking Hlavacikova to come in here and win this game. Both these two women are strikers. Both these two women have been in kickboxing. Hlavacikova has a really good record in Muay Thai, and Kinyan doesn't have the best record in kickboxing. She's lost to a lot of good competition. She has a fight against Kong Wang, and Kong Wang honestly dominated her in that one. And she's lost 3 fights in the kickboxing matches, and the 2 fights she actually has won, they were against low-level opponents. And Hlavacikova has actually beat a lot of good people in Muay Thai. She's a very good Muay Thai striker, and I think this is going to be a fight that's going to be on the feet, and I'm taking Hlavacikova to come in here and win this game. I think she's going to do it by decisions, but Hlavacikova is going to be the pick for this fight. Alright, next one, guys, Rafael Federico taking on Wojciech Kol. And this one, guys, I'm taking Federico. I think Federico is going to come in here and honestly win this fight pretty easily. I think he should come in here and just show the skill levels are just way higher on him. He has a 5-1 record, and the guy he lost to is a pretty good fighter. And the other ones, he's actually fought decent competition. Cole's 2-0, but honestly, Cole hasn't fought those 2 guys. Or 2 guys are making their debuts in MMA, or one of them, I think it was 0-1. And I just don't believe he has the skill level to keep up with Rafael. I think Rafael's going to come in here and win this fight by knockout, and honestly should win this fight pretty easily. So for this fight, guys, give me Rafael Federico. I think he comes in here and knocks out Cole. Alright, guys, next fight is going to be Daniel Ligocki taking on Andre Langen. And this is one of my premium plays, my confident plays I'm going to be putting in a parlay for this fight. It's going to be Daniel Ligocki. I'm taking him. I think he's going to end up knocking out Landrin. He's fought the higher competition. He has the way better overall striking skills. He has the cardio. He has, honestly, I think the only way Landrin can win this fight is if he gets this fight to the floor. But at the same time, Ligocki has a really good ground game as well. I think he's an all-around great fighter, and I think this skill level is just going to be way too different for Andre Langen. And I think Daniel Ligocki is going to come in here and probably win this fight by finish, either submission or a knockout. Most likely a knockout. So give me Daniel Ligocki for this one. Alright, next one, guys, David Zawada taking on Kamil Onishuk. I think it's Onishuk. And guys, this one I am taking the under. I'm actually I think he's the favorite. Actually, I didn't look at the odds, but I think he might be the favorite. I'm taking Kamil. David Zawada is an old UFC fighter, a fighter that's been around the block and fought in all different types of organizations. But I think this fight's not going to be a good one for him. I think he doesn't really move his head very well, and he's a lot slower at this point in his career. And Kamil is a guy that has a really good striking display. He keeps that jab out there. He's always walking forward, and I think this fight's going to come down to probably a very close one, but maybe it's going to be 1-1 going into that 3rd round. But I think Camille's gas tank's going to be there. I think he's going to be the one pressing forward, and I think the judges are going to end up giving him this fight. I do believe it's going to go to decision, but I'm taking Camille to win this fight. I know David Zawada is the old UFC fighter, but at this point in his career, he's 38 years old, and I don't believe he has the athleticism he used to, and I think this is going to be a really good matchup for Camille. So give me Camille Onishuk to win this fight. I'm taking him on the money line. Next fight, guys, Radek Rusal taking on Adrian Hamersky, and I'm taking Rusal, guys. I see a lot of people on Adrian Hamersky, and I honestly don't know why. He has a 5-1 record, but it's a very padded record. He's fought nobodies. He's fought guys that are 0-2, 0-1, 0-0. 2 fights of guys making their debuts. But if you go to his amateur record, he had a horrible amateur record before he went pro and started taking these cans. He went out here and he was losing fights left and right. Out of his amateur record, I saw that he lost like 5 out of 7 fights, and he was getting dominated in the amateurs every single time he fought any good competition. Then now he went pro, and it seems like he's trying to pad his record. He's 5-1, only lost 1 fight as a pro, but he's fighting nobody. He's fighting these taxi drivers that shouldn't even be fighting anymore. And Radek Rusal is a guy that actually has a really good amateur record. He's fought decent competition, a lot better competition than Adrian. He's actually winning these fights. He is a big favorite. I see the bookies know what I'm saying. If you look at the bookies on the money line, he is a -400 favorite. He's a big favorite, but if you go to Tapology says Hermersky, everyone's picking him. I just think people are picking him mainly because that 5-1 record and not really looking into it. Like, this guy has a horrible amateur record. He's fighting nobodies at this point. And Radek Rusal has a okay record, but he's just fought better competition. So for this fight, guys, give me Radek Rusal to win this one. I think he does it by knockout. Just a quick break, guys, before we continue this video, giving you guys my best bets and my breakdown. If you guys would like to leave me a tip, here's my Cash App tag. It's money sign wager zone. The link will be in the description. Buy me a coffee, help me keep this page going. And also, I want to add a lot more things, so all the tips are really appreciated, and I would be able to add a little bit more stuff to my videos. So if you guys are cashing out with me, you guys are liking all my videos, like I said, they're not required, but tips are appreciated. Add my Cash App. Here's a tag, and like I said, also the link will be. All right, guys, next fight, Piotr Wawrzyniak taking on Ligocki-Jotko-Wawrzyniak. And guys, this one I'm taking Piotr. I think Piotr is going to come in here and win this fight by knockout. I think he's going to be pressing the fight forward. Ligocki is getting up there in age, and I think when he gets pressed, when he's the one getting pressed up against the fence and walking backwards, he doesn't have a really good chin. I think eventually he's going to get knocked out, but this fight kind of scares me because Piotr just goes out there and he just swings very heavy. He wants to knock somebody out. He doesn't care if he gets hit. He just gonna give one to take. He'll take one to give one, and I just believe he believes in his chin so much that he can come in here and just walk these guys down and just start swinging heavy. But Ligocki, at this point in his age and the punishment he has taken over his career, he doesn't have the best chin. I think Piotr is gonna come in here, throw some heavy strikes. Both of them are probably gonna be landing, but I think Piotr is eventually gonna land that kill shot and knock out Ligocki. So for this one, guys, give me Piotr Wawrzyniak to win this fight. Next fight, guys, is going to be Krzysztof taking on Mirek Muzik. This is going to be a short notice fight because Muzik was supposed to be fighting somebody different, but now Joko, he's taking a big step up in competition up in this one. I'm picking him. He's a big favorite, and he should be. He's going to end up knocking this guy out. He has a way better striking game. He has good takedown defense, so Mazuk's not going to be able to take him down, and it's going to turn into a striking affair. And Joko is just a really good kickboxer, a really good Muay Thai fighter. He's going to kick those legs out. He's going to land some hard strikes on top, and I do believe he's going to get the knockout for this one. One of my confident picks of the week. So for this fight, guys, give me Krzysztof Joko to win this fight by knockout. Alright, guys, next fight is going to be Dominic Humberger taking on Mark Holme. And guys, this one, I'm taking Mark Holme, but this one is a 50-50 fight. I see Mark is a -300 favorite, and it kind of scares me at that line. His Dominic Humberger, it swings very heavy, but the one thing about him, he doesn't move his head. His head is always centered down the line. He's always walking forward, throwing shots, but when your head is in the center line, you're eventually going to get hit. And that's where Mark Holme comes in. He swings very heavy. He's more of a grappler, but when he's a grappler that swings, it has a hard punch, and if Dominic's not going to move his head, Mark can land one of those hard shots, knock him down, and end up taking his back and then choking him out. I'm going to be picking up Mark Holme because I do believe he can get this fight probably finished by submission or even a knockout. But if Humberger wins this fight, I'm not going to be very surprised because he walks forward. He's probably the better overall striker, but the one thing about him, like I said, he just does not move his head, and he's there to get hit. He's stiff as a bug, and he's eventually probably going to get caught. So for this one, guys, give me Mark Holme to win this fight, and I think he does it by either submission or knockout. All right, next fight, guys. Karim Enjek taking on Mick Stanton. I'm taking Karim. I think this fight's a lot closer than the line says. He's a -275 favorite, and I think Mick Stanton could be a live underdog, but I just don't come out here. I'm not going to give you guys value picks and say, okay, he's a big underdog, and I think he might have a chance to win, so we're going to be picking him as the money. We're going to put our money on. I don't do that. I come out here, I give you guys who I think is going to win the fight, even if it's going to be a close fight and it probably shouldn't be at that line. I think Karim pulls it off. I think it's going to be a back and forth fight. I think he could get the knockout, but honestly, I think it's going to be a very close decision, maybe even a split decision. And I think it's going to come down to who's going to land the harder strikes and who's going to have more of that control time walking forward and controlling the pace of the fight. But I think Kareem's going to end up winning this fight. So for this one, guys, give me Kareem Anjek to win this fight. I'm not sure what parlay I'm going to put him into because he's a minus 275 favorite, but we're going to figure out what we're going to do with him. All right, guys, for the main event, a title fight in the women's division, it's going to be Cecilia Bolander taking on Lucia Szabová. And, guys, I'm taking a silent killer. I'm taking Lucia Szabová. I think Szabová is going to come in here and end up landing some very hard shots and maybe even getting this fight to the floor and getting this fight done by submission. I think she's an all-around better fighter than Cecilia. I think Lucia is going to come in here, land some shots on top, make some takedowns, maybe get some push-up in the clinch and get some cage control. And I do believe she's going to come in here and be the new champion. I think this is a close fight, but all around, if you tell me who's the better fighter, I think Lucia is the better striker. The grappling might be a little bit on Lucia's side, but I think that might be a little closer. But the cardio is on Lucia's side. Cecilia, from the fights I saw, when you go into that fourth round, she seems to get tired. And Lucia, I've seen her go all 3 rounds, and she looks like she's ready to fight 4 or 5. So for this fight, guys, give me the new champion. I'm taking Lucia Szabová to win this fight and be the new champion of Octagon 74 in this women's division. And all right, guys, that is it for today's video. Like I said in the beginning, click that thumbs up, like the video, go check out PFL Africa 2. Tomorrow I'm going to have KSW and UFC Fight Night. So we've been cashing out on these MMA events. So let's keep this momentum going forward. Let's just make some money on some fights, guys. And I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.